Well, it might not be the 12 days of Christmas, but we're 12 days into the month of Christmas. Thank you for being here this Monday, the 12th. A lot to talk about weather-wise, news-wise, and a few teasers, if you will, of some big and good news reports that I have coming up later in the week, and a host of other things to get you caught up on before I'm out the door to catch the Lady Hornets in action. Tonight was to be a doubleheader. The boys here in McGoffin County still fighting the flu, as are a lot of other teams and, of course, school districts. So the girls will be playing tonight. Tip-off set for 7. I'll go through who has done what and where on the basketball court over the course of the weekend in just a few moments, as well as, of course, a host of other news. That sound. I preempted a program a week or two ago by kind of letting everyone know that between now and the holidays, that sound during recording time may not be completely avoidable. Tonight is one of those nights. I hope it's kind of not avoidable. That is a good thing. If you're looking for some very late minute, well, not so late minute yet, Christmas gifts, some very neat things, well, we've got just in today another array of engravables that we can certainly help make something very nice and customizable for a perfect gift for anyone or for yourself here at Independent Signs. Yeah, that noise you hear over my shoulder is our laser engraver putting in a little overtime, if you will. This is going to be a bourbon barrel head. We've got a pretty good stock of them right now. We've showed them a few times, but the holidays make a great time to kind of show them again. This is a relatively simple one, of course, with a very important design. One that I did for Lacey and Chance's wedding. Those started at $125, and some more intricate designs like these, well, they're a little more than that. Just kind of depends on what you want, but we can do absolutely anything you want. It's just the options are indeed endless, and they make a beautiful gift. We can leave them in the natural finish, which I do more often than not because it's a good contrast to the laser engraving, but we can put a little stain, a little clear coat on there if you would like. And again, I've got new ones, and then we have the used ones like these, and again, options are kind of endless, as they are with anything engravable. Host of bamboo and wood cutting boards. I've got coasters there. I've got Christmas ornaments that you see. I've got the little stands there you see. Those are for a tablet or your phone or your cookbook to sit on, and while you're maybe in the kitchen, and you can of course have maybe your grandmother's handwritten recipe in her own handwriting put on it. And we've got a pretty good selection of other items, raw wood like this, great for maybe a man cave or a cabin or anything of that nature. These too can be stained or not. I've got a pretty good selection of cutting boards, round, rectangular, some with handles, some with knots, some bamboo, some other types of wood, some unique shapes that I've just picked up, and have a smaller stock of the unusual ones like these. But indeed a pretty good stock right now if you come in, but you want to do it quick because Christmas is around the corner. We can have pretty much anything done for you in a matter of just sometimes a few hours, sometimes a few days, just depending on how detailed you want it. We've got several different shapes of cutting boards, as I said, several different kinds of trays that you can use, decorative or to serve with, or both. Another couple of, that's actually a cutting board to the left and a tray with feet on it to the right that can be engraved. Here's a couple of engravings we did not so long ago, just a few weeks ago, for a couple of early Christmas gifts for someone. They did have names on them so I can show them because no one's going to know who they're for except for mom who bought them. Or if custom hats might be something, a logo that we did. I'm not sure if we created that or just duplicated it, but we can do either. And we've got a pretty good selection of really nice all Richardson caps. That's all we keep in stock, and all kinds of different shades of leather that we can engrave and put on, and they will last forever and hold up and look great. And there's some, we sold a number of those over the Christmas parade, I think, but several hats still in stock and ready to go, or you can come in and pick your hat and pick the patch that we've already made, or we can make one for you with your logo, your name, or your picture for that matter. I mentioned earlier that the boys basketball team, of course, is just fighting the flu, trying to get back on the court, and they're not the only ones. I mean, flu and illness and RSV and COVID, the triple-demic, as I remember quoting someone saying late last week. And now numbers to support, more numbers to support just that. Actually, the following map from the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has Kentucky among the very worst states right now as far as the flu is concerned. Indeed, check out the most recent updated influenza surveillance report by the CDC. the scale to the right, very high, is purple. Look at the purple states. Well, look specifically at Kentucky. We are among them, among about 10 or 12 that are in the very high, the highest of all flu activity levels right now. Flu season started extra early this year. It's hard to say it's peaked. Surely it has for Kentucky, but I can't say that. 26,000 or so people admitted, not across the state, but across the country. But just last week for the flu to hospitals, there were almost 24 children. There are 24 children that have died from the flu thus far. Seven kids just last week here in the United States. As for Kentucky, to narrow it down, almost 7,200 new cases of flu for the last week reporting. That's over 23,000 confirmed cases for us. And very importantly, the majority, most of those 23,000 cases are in kids 10 and younger. As for COVID, just while I'm here, of course, we had the map updated last week, and we're seeing fewer and fewer green counties, but our positivity rating went from 8.14 last Monday to 8.63% today. I'll be right back with more news, and we'll be talking about, up next, a man who has faked his way through this world, preying on the good nature of others, making his way to eastern Kentucky over the course of the weekend, where it didn't fare so well for him. I'll be right back. It's no surprise the Christmas season has arrived at the Seasonal Shop. It is your one-stop shop for decor, gifts, apparel, and so much more. New arrivals hitting the floor every day in all areas of the store. So whether you're going to a holiday party or school or a work day, they have you covered. Beautiful coats, dresses, and sweaters that are perfect for these colder temperatures. And they've got a large selection of fun Christmas shirts and sweatshirts and the accessories, of course, that you need to match. New Doodles by Rebecca Toppers are in stock with added bows for a little more custom look. And if it's gifts you're looking for, they have something for everyone. Kentucky Mountain coffees, festive mugs, and many sweet add-ons. And dips and cheese ball mixes make the perfect hostess or teacher gift. So come in soon and let the ladies at the shop help you check off your gift list. That's Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. The new Sagersville Loan Company at the branch location of the Sagersville National Bank is where you can get short-term loans from $50,000 to $15,000, often in less than an hour, any time of the year. But if you stop in any time before December the 29th and just simply register, you could be the one to win the $100 gift card given away on the 30th. Merry Christmas from the new Sagersville Loan Company. Ratliff & Ratliff Family Dentistry, locally and family-owned since 1969, is now proudly providing treatment for headaches, jaw and muscle pain. They offer trigger point therapy along with Botox to effectively treat and reduce symptoms of TMJ pain. And Dr. Beth Ann, member of the American Academy of Facial Aesthetics, also offers Botox therapy and dermal fillers for all of your cosmetic needs. Call 349-2812 to schedule an appointment and allow their highly trained and friendly staff to take care of all your dental and cosmetic needs. And give them the gift they really want, or yourself, gift certificates for Botox and cosmetic services from Ratliff & Ratliff. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. Well, I'm sad to say he made his way to eastern Kentucky over the course of the weekend. I'm glad to report that it did not go well for him. He who has been dubbed the bogus beggar. We have been seeing stories about this individual for years now, coming from central Kentucky. But after wearing out his welcome, going to jail, spending some significant time for some very serious crimes, I guess he thought he would try his luck in eastern Kentucky, where his luck didn't hold out very well. I mean, this guy has been doing this for years. There are countless numbers of news outlets, which have made it their duty, good for them, to follow him and expose him, and yet he still keeps doing it, and his record, legal record, keeps getting longer and worse. It's been at least 8 or 9 years that I can go back and find some of the earlier reports about him. Since that time, he has been claiming on the streets in his wheelchair to be mentally incapacitated, physically incapacitated. He is neither. He has admitted brazenly that he has profited over $100,000 a year for many years just begging on the streets of Kentucky. He's been placed in jail all over central Kentucky, Louisville, and Lexington, where he started. He's gotten violent whenever he is outed, if you will, by news organizations and others. Federal authorities investigated him for falsely reporting his mental condition. He, at the same time of making about $100,000, he was collecting disability and medical benefits for a number of years. For those crimes, he was sentenced to over 3 years, and then I think a little more recently, he was charged with 2 counts of assault, where he got violent with someone he had approached, standing up out of his wheelchair, stabbing one person, attempting to stab another, and then stabbing himself, after all of which he was found competent to stand trial, after which he was placed on probation and is back out begging again. And now he's made his way to eastern Kentucky. This from the Paintsville Police Department over the course of the weekend. Officer Castle says that they got a complaint about him asked to leave a property, a store in Paintsville, and he wouldn't do so, but finally left the gas station and then showed back up. And he approached 2 employees in the store, and he approached one asking her if he could get her a $50 bill that she had on her, and then he'd gone outside and was asking other patrons for cash. When police got there and they talked to him, he again had that act like he was mentally disabled. And after authorities, which knew better, talked to him a little further, he started to yell, he started to scream, and then he was placed under arrest, during which he stood up out of his wheelchair quite ably. And when officers reached for his right hand to put him in handcuffs, he jerked away, resisting. He was finally detained and taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, charged with criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree, soliciting unlawful compensation, disorderly conduct in the 2nd, and resisting arrest. This was on Saturday, and just a short time ago, he was still lodged in the Big Sandy. If you're out there, you have any video of that individual that you would like to share, if you may have caught him, of course, over the course of the weekend, or heaven forbid, if he were to get out of the Big Sandy and stick around the eastern Kentucky area, share it with us or let us know. We'd like to make sure that he's not welcome here. I'll be right back. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Attention Appalachian Wireless customers. By the end of 2022, we are scheduled to shut down our 3G network along with other carriers across the nation. To prepare for this shutdown, we need to ensure that you have a device that's set up for voice over LTE service. To see if your device needs an upgrade, stop into a retail store, authorized dealer, call customer service 800-438-2355 or visit www.appalachianwireless.com/3G. Let's stay connected as we say hello to bigger and better because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Santa's coming, and he's bringing tires and wheels, and he knows just where to get them. Conley Tire in Staffordsville next to Foothills and ConleyTire.net. Come in or click and save $100, even $200 on a new set of Goodyears and other big discounts on all the big names. They've got wheels, tires, lift kits, and all the service and repairs you need, and 6 months no interest is perfect for the holidays. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Well, all I get to do tonight is kind of throw out a bit of a teaser on a couple of reports. One that we'll be talking about a student here in McGoffin County who is doing a world of giving this holiday season. Be glad to pass that along. The other one I can tell you just a little bit more about tonight. Did you know we had a robotics team at the Harold Whitaker Middle School? Did you know they're grand champions? Indeed, grand champions in the regional competition of the first LEGO League on Saturday, held at the Challenger Learning Center of Kentucky, where these students, showcased their innovative projects to the judges, along with teams from around the region. I think 17 other teams. The Harold Whitaker Middle School Heroic Hornets placed first in core values and robot performance, and are planning for their state competition, which is after the first of the year. And in the meantime, they will be showcasing their project for 6th grade students at each of the elementary schools in the district, and for me, in some part, this Wednesday, when I get to sit down personally and talk with Tiffany Hoskins and Aaron Oliver and Mason Bailey and Colin Martin and Luke Wireman and their coaches Jerica Conley and Andrew Oliver.
13 seconds left. Currently 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sports and weather, and maybe a little bit more in just a few moments. Right now, I think it's a birthday to begin tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Absolutely. Happy 28th birthday, Renee. Renee Horton, love your mom and love your family, and a long list of friends and others. Happy 28th birthday, Renee Horton. Happy birthday to you. I try not to sing too much. I know. I'm sorry. North McGoffin Elementary wants you to know that their site-based council has a special called meeting set for tomorrow. This meeting set for 3 o'clock in the school's library. This comes from Principal, of course, James Keith Isaac, who says everyone is invited from the public. The McGoffin County Senior Citizens have Commodity Day this week, this Thursday, 11:30 till 2:30, and as always, and especially for the holidays, they need help. If you can go donate a little time, please do so. That's the McGoffin County Senior Citizen Center, 11:30 to 2:30 this Thursday. The waiting list after 2:30. Our friends at Water into Wine have their next regular Commodity Day next week on the 21st, but this Thursday is Senior Commodity Day from 9 to 11, and you have to recertify at the first of the year. Call 349-6301. And happy Holidays, I love that, from the Kentucky Blood Center. They're always in need of blood, and the holidays, it's worse for obvious reasons. A lot of travel, a lot of accidents, a lot of need. You get that super cool t-shirt if you'll stop by. A week from today, they'll be wrapping up at the Sagersville First Baptist Church for the next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive. Call and put your name on the list. Make an appointment. You can walk in, but appointments are greatly appreciated as well, so they can kind of have everyone ready to go when you get there. And we've set records with this. We always have a wonderful turnout. That's why I love to encourage it so much. Monday the 19th, 1 to 5 at the Sagersville First Baptist Church. And in my last announcement, I think on the calendar, just like the holidays, Candy Cane Lane will be gone before you know it. It's a beautiful sight to see. If you haven't already, or if you have, you'll want to go back before it's all over. Every night of the week, 4 to 10. Please stay on the gravel road and watch your step. A lot of trip hazards, but a lot of lights and beautiful things to see. And kids, remember, bring your Santa letters and put them in Santa's mailbox at the end of the lane with a return address if you want to hear back from Santa. And send me your calendar announcements and birthdays so I can tell everyone about them. From there, obituary listings are brought to you nightly by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Tonight's listings begin with, first of all, those for 71-year-old Billy Edward Stone. who passed away on Friday at his home in Lomansville, the son of the late Mason and Edna Griffith Stone. He's survived by his wife, Donna, brother Elwood Stone, sisters Joyce and Avenel Stone, daughters Jennifer Dalpo and Heather Stone, 5 stepchildren, and several grandchildren and several great-grandchildren as well. Services will start 1 o'clock Wednesday from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can call on the funeral home tomorrow from 3 to 9 for visitation. 63-year-old Ann Breckenridge Thompson Taylor passed away Wednesday at her home in Clark County on November the 30th. Among a long professional career, she was also a member of the board of directors of the Sayersville National Bank, survived by her mother, Charlotte Thompson, her son, Morgan Taylor, granddaughter, Kayla Taylor, her sister, Laura Thompson, her sister, Maureen Thompson Bisdeck, and was preceded in death by her husband, Thomas, and stepfather, Robert. In lieu of flowers, contributions may be made to the Lexington Humane Society. There will be a visitation service Saturday, December the 17th, this coming Saturday, 1 to 3, at Millward Southland in Lexington. Funeral services will be held here in Sayersville at a later time. 42-year-old Christopher Wages of Sayersville passed away Saturday in Louisville. Arrangements incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon by the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall, wrongful death. Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
From Dustin, Megan, Michelle, Robin, Jessica, Keisha, and Diane, and myself, Jesse Rudd, owner and pharmacist at Parkway Pharmacy, we would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May God bless.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
There's just no denying it. Some things you crave all year long, but some of those things you crave even more when the leaves start to change and fall and there's a chill in the air. And our famous fresh-baked chicken pot pies are at the very top of that list. They're a warm, tasty, delicious snack or a meal in its own perfect little box at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Like I said earlier, it was to be a doubleheader tonight, Hornets and Lady Hornets. However, the boys still fighting the flu and just simply can't do it. They will hopefully be recuperated. I talked to head coach Scott Castle earlier today in time to travel to Paintsville this Friday night. Our boys have only got 2 games in on the season, and I think flu and illnesses, that's a big player in a lot of short seasons thus far. It's going to be a job to try to get all these games made up, but that's just part of it. We hope everyone gets well soon and gets back on the court for all our viewing area teams. But the Hornets have had a rough go. 57-83 was their last game against Morgan County at Morgan County back on December the 5th. So they've had plenty of time off, but still all that needed to try to recuperate again. They're to be at Paintsville this Friday night. Our Lady Hornets are playing tonight. They are well enough to play. They were well enough to take out Breathitt County Thursday night, as I told you, 45-44, and that puts them hosting Prestonsburg tonight. That tip-off set for 7. This is a varsity-only game. I've got 7:30 on your screen. My apologies. 7 o'clock tonight for the only game of the night. And that will be the Lady Hornets varsity team. And they are hosting Belfry tomorrow night at another home event. Johnson County and the Eagles played Saturday They were in the Boyd County Classic playing Raceland, and they lost by 10, 59-69. That puts the Golden Eagles with 1 win and 2 losses, only 3 games in. That also puts them on the road. They travel to Betsy Lane tomorrow night. Tip-off set for 7:30 for the boys from Johnson Central. The ladies are rolling. First of all, they've got 6 games in. Second of all, they've only had 1 loss to Floyd Central in overtime. The rest, all W's against Betsy Lane, Lawrence County, and Belfry, and Breathitt. And then Thursday night of last week, a win over Prestonsburg, 62-42. That puts the Lady Golden Eagles hosting Fairview tomorrow night, looking for their 4th win in a row and their 6th of the season. Way to go, girls. Tigers of Painesville, 4 games in. They're even right now. 2 losses, 2 wins in that order. They hosted Belfry Friday night. The score's on your screen. A tight one, 52-49, the final. That puts the boys from Paintsville at Pike Central tomorrow night. Tip-off set for 7:30 for the Paintsville Tigers. Lady Tigers, only 3 games in. 2 wins out of the gate against Pike County and Betsy Lane, but a loss to Danville in the Tim Short Showcase Saturday at South Laurel. They're off to this Friday. They're hosting the ladies from Martin County. Lady Tigers, Martin County matchup again at the home of the Tigers this Friday night, unless the schedule changes. And for Lawrence County and the Bulldogs, flipping on over to the 58th District, 2 wins in a row, gives them 3 wins on the season. Win over West Carter and Raceland. West Carter's on your screen, 80-65. That was Saturday at West Carter. They are tonight at Huntington St. Joseph Prep, looking for their 3rd win in a row for the boy Bulldogs. For the ladies, 4 games in, only 1 loss against Central, but 3 wins. The last 2 came against Letcher County Central, and most recently Friday night, 74-27. Yep, big gap there over Pike County Central. The Lady Bulldogs rolling this past Friday night, rolling right on to 2 home games. The first tomorrow night hosting Russell, and then Friday night hosting Prestonsburg. Now let's take a look at your Licking Valley RECC 7-day, where the end of it is looking as nice as it has for a while. And the end of it, of course, gets us pretty close to Christmas. We got a big storm system to talk about. We've got some pretty good rain possibly, and then some cold air thereafter before we finally clear up. Mostly clear skies tonight, 25 degrees for the rest of your Monday, and a light northeasterly wind. A pretty decent Tuesday is on tap. Mostly sunny skies. We'll hit right around 50 again. It'll be a nice day with really just a calm wind becoming east around 5 miles per hour or so. Tomorrow, start to finish, will be dry and nice, down to 35 tomorrow night. Shower chances right now really don't work until after 5 a.m., technically into your Wednesday morning. So that's when we see a 30% chance. That will just go full bore to 100% chance of showers. Right now, Wednesday, up to 3/4 of an inch during the day, and then maybe another 3/4 to an inch that night. So maybe on the very high side, a couple of inches of rainfall over the course of just Wednesday. Yeah, 1.5 inches or so is a good bet. And with that, southwesterly winds, southeasterly actually, 3 to 18 miles per hour. Those shower chances are gone by, I think, early morning Thursday, and then we'll see skies become sunny rather quickly thereafter, cloudy at first. But Wednesday's going to be a wet one. Be ready. 55 on your Thursday after a 52-degree rainy day Wednesday. And then there's that cold air that I just referred to a few moments ago. Friday, mostly cloudy, 41, and yes, that's a 20% chance of rain. Maybe a little snow shower activity Friday night with a low of 29. And then mostly cloudy and 35 on your Saturday. And then we clear up for the latter bit of your 7-day. Sunday, 36 and mostly sunny. Monday, 40 and partly sunny. And keep in mind, that will be the last weekend before Christmas weekend. Just saying. That's it, Lady Hornet highlights and more tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.